How's my friend Humason?
Milt, full of pranks as always.
Remember, you should always let him do the darkroom work. You hardly sent an airtight case with one bad photograph.
Milt was devastated by your reaction, but here, see how Andromeda is ablaze with stars. I found another dozen variables.
What do you want, Hubble? Would you like me to break out into applause?
Well, that would be a start.
Haven't you learned that Cepheids with a period of more than 20 days are unreliable?
But these Cepheids all have periods of the normal type, just a few days cycle. There can be no doubt.
When are you going to get your head out of these clouds? Such plates could easily mislead a dilettante.
So you say.
So I know. Have you shown these to Van Manning yet?
He is preoccupied with rotations.
Rightly so. Even their general swirling appearance tells us the nebulae must be turning. And here's the shocker, Hubble. If these spirals are your faraway galaxies, then they must also be very large in diameter for us to see them at all, agree?
Even comparable to our Milky Way.
Now do the calculation. For such a large galaxy, the stars at the rim of the disk must move at demonic speed. At your million light years distance, the rim stars must move faster than the speed of light. This Einstein will not allow.
Now hold your horses. Van Manen has a hard time reproducing his results. Rotations are just too difficult to measure reliably. He selectively reports the faster rotations.
How dare you question the integrity of your colleague? He's a far more experienced astronomer than you are.
Here, I held back the best for last. Now tell me those are not stars in Andromeda.
I'll be the judge of that. This one's clearly a lemon. There's a problem with your developing technique.
No, that is not my photograph. It is Milt's masterpiece. I leave you with this thought. All the straws are pointing in one direction. It can do no harm to consider the possibilities. This whole thing could snowball into something grand. The universe is far vaster than anyone has ever dreamed. Good afternoon. It takes endless ages to create in men the courage to accept the truth simply because it is the truth. Be kind to people on your way up, Cecilia Payne, because you will meet them on your way down.
How did it go? He seemed upset.
This photograph has as much chance of convincing me as a fart in a windstorm!
I'll see him out.
This is the photograph that destroyed my universe. The great debate is over. The torch is passed.
To be with your family. Betsy is such a delight. You two have so much in common, especially now that she's going after her PhD in mathematics. Very brave.
I've arranged for her to come and visit Mount Wilson. She's been tracking all the hoopla.
How wonderful. I'll show her around Hollywood.
Due cafe.
The Los Angeles Examiner is calling you the new Columbus. Now, that's a knockout. Columbus discovered half of the known world. Now, Hubble has discovered a whole new universe. Now, tell me, are you sad you didn't stay to personally report on your new universe?
And miss all the real excitement.
Well, why all this intrigue about our treachery? I hated to cut Florence short. I hardly had a chance to admire Botticelli's Venus.
Florence witnessed Galileo's triumph and then the tragedy of the backlash. It was in this sad place that the father of modern science finished out his last days in exile.
It's high time the Pope pardoned your Galileo.
Pardon? That would be ironic. Now, we may be in for a stormy reception too.
But your discoveries hardly contradict creation.
No, but have we gone too far? Man has become an inconsequential, microbic inhabitant of an unfathomable universe.
Yes, that is bold. But boldness has genius, power, and magic behind it. I see no danger ahead. So hitch your wagon to your Andromeda and be off.
By heavens, it's getting dark already. What time is it?
1/2 kiss time, and time to kiss again.
Ah, the planet of love is high in the sky.
It's radiant. Tennyson wrote that love grows deepest when Venus is highest in the sky. I haven't danced in Stanford. Now Italy has truly captured my heart. Tell me, how did Venus become the goddess of love?
Ah, the Babylonians dreamt up the romance after keeping close track of Venus's strange dance with the sun. They saw Venus as a fickle woman, sometimes pursuing her lover over the horizon and sometimes shyly running away, but never straying very far from the sun. I relate better to how Venus's motion inspired Copernicus. The sun is the center of planetary motion. Astronomers, poets look at Venus's permanent attachment to the sun as love, and astronomers call it conjunction.
There you go, turning the beauty of Venus technical again.
Until a deeper, more beautiful truth emerges. Venus does not go around the Earth, it goes around the sun.
A sense-defying conclusion. How did Galileo ever jump to that?
If I may arrange the planets in order around the sun. Now, let's suppose that you are the sun, the center of my universe. And this is Venus. Now, Venus orbits the sun, and I am Earth, also captured in your orbit. Now, simple geometry shows us that whenever I see Venus, the goddess of love, I can also see you, the sun. It doesn't matter if Venus is near the Earth or if Venus is far from Earth. Venus orbits the sun. And why should Venus be the only planet that orbits the sun, thought Copernicus? Perhaps all the planets orbit the sun.
An intellectual leap of faith. One truth leads to another. The Earth moves. I can see the mechanics of it. Yet it leaves me wanting. It's hardly the same as standing in front of a Da Vinci.
Ah, then I see, well, I will have to really convince you. I will show you the beauty of Venus, and from there, the inner, hidden beauty of Galileo's truth. Here we are at last. Let's go inside. Galileo's telescope should still be there.
All right, now show me how the beauty of Venus can rival that of Botticelli.
I shall humbly pretend to play the sage. Ah, voila, Aphrodite revealed.
It's beautiful. But wait, that can't be Venus. It's the crescent moon. Are you trying to trick me?
No, my love. It is Venus in crescent phase. If it were the moon, you would see craters. In the exact words of Galileo, the goddess of love shows the shapes of Cynthia.
Cynthia is such a romantic name for the moon.
Galileo's telescope revealed how Venus shows phases from crescent to full, just like the moon. Now here's the shocker. Even when Venus is in full phase, it stays on the same side of the horizon as the sun. It does not go to the opposite side like the full moon does.
Trying for reason. the mind sees the unseen. The full phase of Venus, setting near the sun, proves it must go around the sun, not the earth.
An excited Galileo rushes off to publish. He must be the starry messenger. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead.
And off to prison. Yet, he who is willing to do and dare goes farthest to win the day, eventually. Now, tell me, here in Galileo's presence, how anxious are you to get back to your stars?
Oh, my love of the stars can never compete with my love for you, Grace.
That's wonderful, dear. I never thought I'd hear you say that. I know you are dying to get back to your heavenly nebulae.
An evening with you brings my eyes and my heart far closer to heaven. Besides, the nebulae won't be running away from us, at least not in the next couple of months.
Your stars have brought me a world of happiness in a whole new universe full of excitement. Ever since that fateful night when you talked about dying souls lighting up the moon, I thought of Juliet and her love of Romeo and the poetry of the stars. Come, gentle night. Come, loving black-brown night. Give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with you.
Night after night, I sat in my telescope, tired and alone, contemplating the beauty of the universe. This was my religious experience, staring out through the heavens through my 100-inch telescope, until I fell in love with you. Now, with you at my side, I can begin to approximate some idea of the majesty of the Creator.